Meantime, tensions are flaring once again between Venezuela and Colombia. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has put the country's military on high alert ahead of exercises along the border with Colombia, saying Colombia's government doesn't want peace, it wants war. RT's John Huddy is live in Miami. He's following the story. He's got the latest for us. John.
Well, Manila, President Maduro is accusing Colombia's President Ivan Duque of essentially plotting an attack on Venezuela as both countries continue to trade accusations about harboring armed rebels. Maduro has deployed missile defenses along Venezuela's border, he says, to ward off a potential attack by Colombia launched under, he says, false pretenses. So essentially a false flag type attack. While Maduro ordered the deployment of the missile system and also commanded the country's military to patrol the Colombian border for 2 weeks starting September 10th. Now, he made the announcement during a televised address Wednesday, saying Colombian President Duque has put his country, quote, into a war that is raging, but now aims for a false positive to attack Venezuela. Now, his announcement comes after Venezuela's communications minister, Jorge Rodriguez, presented satellite photos just a couple days ago charging Colombia with harboring terrorist training camps. Last week, the former chief negotiator for the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, aka FARC, announced he would be taking up arms once again against the government. The commander, whose real name is Luciano Marin, but who goes by the alias Ivan Marquez, said in a video that FARC would return to fighting the Colombian government, saying the government has not honored a 2016 peace agreement. Well, Marquez called for a, quote, new phase of the struggle under the universal right that all people have to raise arms against oppression. In the video, he was flanked by two other rebel commanders whose whereabouts at this point are also unknown, all appearing armed and in uniform with other rebel commanders, or with other rebels, I should say, alongside them in what appears to be, judging by the video, a new rebel camp or encampment somewhere in the jungle. That said, Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido announced this week that he's also approved the use of satellites to try and track rebels, he says, crossing into Venezuela from Colombia. Now, Guaido has accused Maduro of welcoming terrorist groups from Colombia into Venezuela. Guaido said his opposition party has also started collaborating with the Colombian government to collect intelligence on rebel camps and also aircraft that Guaido says rebels are using to transport drugs, specifically cocaine, in order to pay for their activities, and are using Venezuela as a jumping-off point to transport the drugs through the Caribbean, through various islands in the Caribbean into the United States, and then on to Europe and even Africa. This isn't the first time that Colombian rebels and even Venezuelan military officials have been accused of being involved in narco-trafficking. In fact, high-ranking members of Venezuela's military have been dubbed the quote-unquote cartel of the suns, which is a reference to the sun insignia that they wear on their shoulder lapels. Manila.
Checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.